Semen retention alone will not attract women. So many guys think that just because they're retaining their semen, they're retaining their seed, that women are just going to become more attracted to them. And this is a double-edged sword because, yes, a part of semen retention will attract women. But if you're one of these guys that's doing semen retention, he's feeling the retention, he's feeling the benefits, he's feeling energized, but he's anxious. He feels this desire. He feels this deep desire to need to release. And he's holding on. He's like clenching his fists. He's clenching his fists. Every day he's clenching his fists. He's really, really trying to continue. And it's like a battle. Like some guys will describe this as like the devil's attacking me or something, or like demons are attacking me. Something out of this world that I can't control is trying to make me release my seed. And it's very hard to control. And I just want to release it. I just want to get rid of it. And these guys will really struggle with semen retention. But some of these guys will actually do it for an extended amount of time. Maybe they'll do 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, maybe even 30 days, maybe even a month. And they're like, okay, now I should be seeing the female attraction. Like women should just be jumping on me, right? Women should just be jumping all over me, wanting to be with me, wanting to sleep with me. And this is their mindset. They do semen retention so that they can get female attraction. And what happens when they actually meet a woman? They meet a woman, they're doing semen retention for 30 days or whatever, and they're just horny as fuck. They really are horny. They really want to be with this woman. And all they can think about is releasing that seed, releasing that nut, finally getting relief, finally with a real woman, not with their hand, not with digital pixels on a screen, but with their real hand. And guess what happens? They go on this date. All they can think about is smashing. All they want to do is smash. That's the only thing they can think about. That's the only thing they're focused on. And what happens? On these dates, the woman pushes you away. She pushes this man away. She's like, geez, all he wants to do is smash. All he wants to do is get his nut off. All he wants to do is release his seed. This isn't very attractive to me. And she pushes that man away. And she's like, you know what? This guy is a little bit too intense, a little bit too much, a little bit needing me too much, a little bit wanting me too much. I mean, women like to be wanted, don't get me wrong. They like to feel that energy, that masculine dominant energy. But they don't want it to be like overbearing. They don't want it to be so intense, so needy, so much like you need this to happen. And that's what a lot of guys do. And they say semen retention, that shit doesn't work. It doesn't attract females. It doesn't increase female attraction. Well, of course it doesn't if you're doing it in that way. If you're always doing it to try to release, if your whole goal of semen retention is to do it just so that you can release, just so you can get rid of that precious energy, if that's your whole goal, then you're going to be mentally edging 24/7, especially when you're interacting with women. Interactions with women are no longer being present, being in your dominant masculine energy. They start to become an escape for your journey. This woman is the doorway to my escape. If she lets me bust, then I can, end my streak. And that's how a lot of guys are thinking. They're looking at a woman like just a doorway, just an object to get their nut off, because they're not going to do it themselves. They're not going to fap. They're not going to watch porn. They're doing this semen retention just so that they can have this woman. And what it actually does is pushes her away. It pushes her away every single time. She doesn't feel more attracted to you because you've been holding your seed. If your mind is still in a place of, I really need to bust, I really need to get rid of this energy, I really need her to let me bust, then that's going to be way more unattractive than a guy that was, let's say, busting every day, but he doesn't really give a shit whether he sleeps with this girl or not. He's just enjoying the moment. He's just present. He's just in his body. He's just being in that present, not giving a fuck state. That guy's going to be way more attractive, even if he's not doing technically semen retention. The thing is, semen retention, it is a physical practice. It will increase energy. It will increase prana or chi or whatever you want to call it. You will have more mental focus. But just because you have more energy, if you're misdirecting that energy, and you're putting it towards lusting, towards needing a release, that energy is going to backfire. That energy is going to completely do a 180 and backfire and like shoot you right in the chest. You're going to fall down right on the ground, bloodied up, all on the ground, defeated. You say semen retention doesn't work. Semen retention defeated me. All I felt was anxiety and stress and anxiousness and wanting to release and pent up anger, pent up frustration. And look what happened. Look what happened. Look what semen retention did to me. It destroyed me. It destroyed my dating life. It destroyed my attraction. All the women were pushing me away. None of the women wanted to be around me. But this is not the problem with semen retention. This is a problem with the way you directed the energy. The way you directed the energy was totally wrong. Your whole focus was on getting that release, getting that busting it open. And what do you think happens? It backfires. So then there's the other guy that's doing semen retention. Here's the other guy. The other guy, he's actually doing semen retention, not just physically, but he's also doing it mentally. And he's committed. He's committed to semen retention. He's not thinking, this woman is my escape. He's thinking, this woman is my downfall. That's what he's thinking. It's a completely different mindset. He's thinking, okay, this woman, I'm attracted to her, but she's also dangerous. And I also don't want to release my energy freely to just any woman. I don't just want to give up my energy, even if I'm not going to release, even if I sleep with her. I want to be picky about who I'm with. I want to be picky about how much I give to them. I want to be picky about how much of my sexual energy that I give. This is the other guy. This is a completely different mindset. He's not going on a date or talking to a girl, looking at her like his freedom, his ticket to freedom, like, oh my God, I could finally release. He's not looking at her that way. He's not like going on a date like, oh my God, I hope that I can release today. I hope I could finally break my streak. I'm so fucking pent up. I'm so fucking frustrated. I need this so bad. That's not how he's thinking. This other guy that's actually committed to the SR journey, he's thinking, I want to get to know this girl. I want to be present with her. I want to get to know her. I want to see what she's about. I want to see what her vibe is like. And I don't even really want to bang. Like, I don't even really want to smash. Honestly, I don't even want to. If it happens in the moment, maybe I will. But I'm going to continue my streak. Like, he's not even thinking about releasing. He's thinking about continuing his streak, even if he does smash. Even if he does smash, he's not even going to release. Like, he's not going to give up that much sexual energy. His mindset is in a completely different place than the other guy. His mindset is, I want to keep going. The other guy's thinking, okay, now is my chance to stop this fucking semen retention thing. I did 30 days. I did 15 days, whatever it is. Now I can't handle this anymore. I need to get rid of it. It's two completely different worlds. Even though both guys are on the surface doing the same thing. One guy is doing semen retention. He's not fapping. He's not watching porn. And the other guy's doing the same thing. They're both on the surface doing the same thing. But their underlying motivations and their intention and the way they want to, their future of what they want to do with this energy, how they see this energy. One guy values it like precious gold. And the other guy looks at it like fodder, just compost, whatever. He just wants to get rid of it. He just wants to put it back in the soil. He doesn't want to hold on to any of it. That's two completely different mentalities. And they make a world of difference in female attraction. Because the guy that just wants to get rid of his energy, he comes across needy. He comes across desperate. He comes across pushy. He comes across like having this pressure, like this. He's always like in a rush to get to the end. That pushes her away. That makes women actually unattractive. That pushes women away. The other guy, he wants to retain that energy. He wants to keep that energy with him. So he's in no rush. He's not pushing at all. If anything, the woman is pushing everything. She's the fucking one trying to jump on him. She's the one trying to make something happen. He's wanting to retain this energy. Even if he does hook up with her, he doesn't want to release. He wants to continue as far as he can. This is the biggest difference on semen retention with female attraction. These two modes, these two different mentalities. The mentality is everything. You could be a guy that's doing semen retention and be absolutely repulsive to women, and you could be a guy that's doing semen retention and that's like a magnet. It's two different realities.